So as we get ready to expand and we step out in faith, it's interesting, right? God's already ahead of us. I just want to share with you a little bit about the Cleveland market and how God's opening doors there already. So not too long ago, I was there. Actually, Megan, my wife, was with me, and we just decided to stop by one of the local breweries, actually Royal Docks Brewery. They're expanding into the Cleveland market. And we went there and we just prayed over the building, really just that God would bless them and their efforts there, that it would not only be financially successful, but that many, many good conversations would happen there, and that BrewPastors could be available and be impactful in Cleveland, just like we've been in the Canton area. And so that's exciting. And so then we went next door, and what's so interesting, it's called Cohatch. And I didn't even really know much about Cohatch, and I rang the little doorbell. They let us in, they gave us a tour. It's a co-working space, very, very cool space, and it's right next to the new Tide House, Royal Docks. And basically, as we walked through it, we learned that you could apply as a nonprofit, BrewPastors being a 501c3 nonprofit, we could apply for a scholarship. And lo and behold, we received one. And so we couldn't be more excited about that. This is some amazing meeting spaces. Just imagine someday where you have 50, 100 different BrewPastors all throughout Cleveland, right? Well, this location's right in Ohio City. And there's some nice training spots that we could have and do some training with BrewPastors, and then walk right over and be a part of the scene at the brewery as well. So yeah, just super, super exciting. And then here's some other things I wanted to just share about BrewPastors in the Cleveland market. So Megan and I, we stopped by Fatheads Brewery, right? Big brewery right there off of 71 as you're heading south out of Cleveland. And we just really felt like, wow, wouldn't it be cool to connect with Fatheads Brewery and get to know some people there as well. And the next thing you know, 48 hours later, we received an application. We have a whole onboarding process, right, with our BrewPastors, but we received an application to be a BrewPastor from one of the brewers at Fatheads Brewery, and very, very cool. And you'll get to meet Carl. Carl Morris is a great guy, but he's our first BrewPastor in the Cleveland market, and he couldn't be more excited to see what God's going to do. So when you get a minute, lift us up in prayer. If you decide to support us financially, just keep in mind that we have a lot of work to do and a lot of expanding to do all over the place, but specifically in the city of Cleveland, just north of where we're at.